following program is an exclusive Disruption Networks production.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome, or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
Join us Saturday, October 13th as Disruption Network and Doughboy BBQ presents Trip Fest 2 at the Jewish Community Center, 2310 Oneida Street in Utica. A night to pay homage to Vinny, Captain Trip Morreale. Utica icon, yo! Come pick through all Captain Trip's personal treasures, local artist display, food from Doughboy BBQ, beer, wine, and live music. Bands include, after a 24-year hiatus, the return of Taurus, Kate Devin, The Crazy Fools, Thunderwatt, and a 315 All-Star tribute to the Grateful Dead. Tickets are $10 in advance and $15 at the door. Partial proceeds to benefit Laney's Army. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Taurus kicks it all off at 6:30. It's Trip Fest 2, Saturday, October 13th. Trip Fest 2 is sponsored by Nye Volkswagen of Rome, 92.7 FM The Drive, Priceless Inspection, Donato Appraisal Services, Dr. Scott Domenico, and Saranac Brewery.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when three top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program.
Intro song. Woo! I'll wake you up a little bit, Pledgy.
Disruption Networks.
What's good, everybody? It's time for EC Radio. Brought to you by our good friend Todd Williams at Applebox Video Productions. Hit him up right now, appleboxvideo.com. Lots of good things happening around the D, man. Lots of good things happening around the D. We're going to be talking about Trip Fest in a little bit. That's coming up this weekend. We're doing some guest bartending next week, too, man. I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun, too. Looking forward to that. Got a lot to look forward to. Lots happening around the D. It is me, Z. How are ya? Hope you're enjoying your... What's today, Wednesday?
It is Wednesday.
I never know what day it is.
Yeah, man. I know. I lose track of the days, too.
Joining me in the studio, my man Chicken.
What's up?
And Pledgy. Pledgy's been on a roll lately, man. And I'll tell you why Pledgy's been on a roll. Not only has he's been getting some ass lately, but not only that... But he's been lining up all these great guests, and we have a guest on the line with us right now, comedian Chris Cope. You've seen him on Tosh.O. He's been on Cooking on High on the Netflix special, as well as Jimmy Kimmel, Conan O'Brien. He's been pretty much all over the place. Chris Cope, how you doing, brother? What's happening, man?
I'm great, guys. No, excuse me. Let me get my voice straight.
Get a little volume in there, man. You're in California right now, aren't you?
Yeah, man, that's the place to be.
That's the place to be. As you hit your bong right now, making us all jealous over here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Pass to the right.
Sure, it's legal, but I have a career.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, thanks so much for taking time out of your busy day to come talk to us, man. You know, your journey's been cool to follow, man. You've been all over the place. Are you touring every day? Are you scheduled out to do touring, or just staying there in California?
No, I mean, I go about 10 to 12 days a month on the road. That's about as much as I can get away with, because I still like to audition for commercials and acting and all that stuff. So you got to balance I balance both, which is, you know, it's fun, but I kind of like touring a lot.
Yeah. What do you do to prepare for tour? You do anything to prepare before you go out on the road for like 12 days?
Fucking laundry.
Laundry?
Not really, because I started working the road at 21.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing it for a decade plus, and at this point it's just packing a bag, going to the gig, getting paid, being funny, and leaving.
Yeah. And then normally on packages like that, you're usually teaming up with some of your buddies too, right, on the road?
Oh yeah, no, that's the best part of being able to sometimes pick your own lineup. You can bring your friends, give guys that you know that work hard opportunities. A lot of comics I don't know that work hard, so why would I reward them?
Good point. What would you tell somebody who's an up-and-coming comic, waiting to break it or trying to make it out there?
I waited till I was basically headlining smaller clubs where I was making enough where I got on a plane, I could go to a gig and make money, and then fly back to LA. That was kind of when I got to that level. I knew that I wanted to move to a bigger city because I knew I could sustain myself in that city. And I think being in LA, a lot of it is just being here for, they say it takes 5 years.
5 years. It takes a lot longer than that in most cases.
Yeah.
You know?
No, but in Los Angeles, like you move there with your ability, and then it takes you about 5 years, and you're completely ingrained in the clubs, and you've been on TV a few times, and people just, at that point, you start getting noticed more by the people that can do shit for you.
Mm-hmm. What was the first time you actually got noticed? When was that incident happen?
In LA, I don't know, because it's little things happens. Like you get on a TV show, or I won a festival, and stuff like that. But a lot of it, I think, in LA, it's you just have to have good sets.
Yeah, you won the 2015 Big Sky Comedy Festival.
Yeah, and when I won that, I'd been in LA about 2 years. When I got home, it was like, oh wow, this dude won one of the harder festivals. Like Big Sky is one of the best festivals domestically. I think it's on par with Just for Laughs.
And where is it? Where do they hold that?
Billings, Montana. It's not Montreal, I'll give it that.
Really? And so it's like a whole bunch of comedians come together as like a panel of judges? How does that...
Yeah, there's basically judges from all forms of industry. The year that I won, there was a lady from CBS, a guy from NBC, several talent managers and agents, Conan's booker, Fallon's booker, and I'm guys from other major festivals like South by Southwest.
Is there a big comedy festival thing? Is that like a thing, Pledgy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All over the place.
So there is. So kind of like how we do music festivals.
Right.
My world is the music world, Chris. So like music festivals are like my realm. So I was wondering in the comedy world. There's a bunch of these festivals. People get together and have a whole weekend of just laughs.
If I'm not mistaken,
but it's also competitive. A lot of these festivals have best of the fest, because I think comedy is still a dick measuring art.
It would be funny for me.
You just look at the other guy and go, I'm fucking funnier than you, and I'm going to make this audience prove it. And I'm not saying that's my attitude. I'm just saying I like competitiveness. It's an art form, and we're all separate and snowflakes, but if you hit that crowd a little harder, you can win.
Yeah.
What are one of the bigger festivals, Chris, that you would want to attend, or if you already did attend?
Moon Tower, Boston Comedy Fest. I've heard it's good, but I haven't done it. I would love to do San Francisco, but it's like over 3 weeks, and you have to stay up there.
Yeah.
It's 3 weeks long?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
people act like it's a tour of duty, damn near.
Isn't there one like in Scotland that lasts for like 32 days?
Oh, Edinburgh, yeah, that's similar, but it's that one's a little more, not just stand-up, just more like performance art.
All right, yeah.
That was my next question, too. Is it like an improv festival? Are there like stand-up festivals? Or are they all just kind of
there's
a
a
mixture
million
of both?
festivals.
Is there a mixture
It seems like you would get lost in the crowd into some of these. Because everyone.
Well, and the thing is, what I always tell comics is I always recommend Big Sky because I have the personal experience. But what I don't tell people is the 30 other festivals that I've done and wasted money on. So, that's why I always endorse Big Sky, because I'm not going to sell newer, younger comics that are broker than I on, go to this festival. Why? It's not going to do shit for you.
Now, broke, do you mean like there's a registration fee, or just broke by getting there, travel, and all the other expenses that go along? Everything.
I mean, think about your submission fee's $40. Your flight's going to be $300. Your hotel for 4 days.
Yeah.
If you don't have a deal, shit, $100 a night for a decent place.
Yeah. So it's best to pick and choose the festivals you want to perform at. Huh?
I also feel like it would be like everybody you talk to would be like trying to like audition even when they're trying to talk to you. Like you talk to some people and they're always trying to like push certain jokes on you. Even in regular conversation, they're always trying to like give you their shtick. I think it would get really annoying. Like a whole 3 weeks of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think you don't hang out with that guy.
I think it'd be like a lot of those guys.
I hang out with those guys every day.
Point, like for San Francisco, a lot of the guys in there are hammers and they do it for a living, and they're past that point of like, I'm gonna always, like some guys are always cracking jokes. I like to break balls and have a good time.
Yeah,
but I'm not forcing fucking jokes on anybody. I'm just being funny.
Right. You're just in your natural habitat.
Yeah, and I mean when you're on comics, you do have to be on your toes, because I'll say some dumb shit and get called on it.
Yeah, especially on social media too. Do you feel like social media can really, really attack you a lot, especially when you say something stupid?
Yeah, I mean, whenever I'm in a mood, like if I'm in a mad mood about something, I'll count to 10, and there's sometimes I'll delete a tweet before I send it. I'm learning to be a little more judicial with my words.
I think our president taught us that.
No, he doesn't know what judicial means.
Well, that's what I mean. We're like, man, why does this dude check his shit? And we're like, oh, you know what? I should probably check mine.
Yeah, bro. You can't be dumber than our president. That should be the new motto of America. Please don't be dumber than our president.
That is a fact.
Dumber than Trump.
Hilarious, though. But you feel like when you get together with your comedian buddies, you guys like have to out funny each other? Is that kind of like a thing? Or is it just more of like
it just depends on what the mood is. There's like moods when we all hang out and we're all just kind of cutting up, but there's sometimes we're just sitting around just bullshitting, like talking like, normal people. And then, if something's good, you shoehorn it in, but if it's not, don't force it and look like that guy. Nobody wants to be that guy you were talking about earlier.
Totally.
Nope. Nobody.
Do you frequent open mics, or are you past that point now?
I would say I'm past it, but I still do, because sometimes I just like stage time to work on some really, really raw shit.
Uh-huh.
Just to go up there with like some ideas and just be like, you know what, I just don't care how this goes.
Chris, tell us your journey to doing Conan.
Dude, okay, you want to hear a fun story?
Yeah.
So it started with Jimmy Kimmel. I was working with the booker for about 6 to 7 months to get on Kimmel. And I got my set finally approved by the booker. She was going to pass it along to Jimmy for final approval. A week later, I get a mass email from her. She's been terminated.
Oh.
And they're putting stand-ups on hiatus.
Oh.
So I, broke a fan. And
did you say you broke a fan?
Yeah, shattered it. I was so mad.
Like a ceiling fan or a box fan?
Tower fan.
A tower fan.
Like plastic rotating tower fan.
Gotcha.
This shit hit the fan.
Just attacked it.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I had to hit something. I was for 8 months, man. 8 months of back and forth.
Yeah.
Submitting several sets, editing several sets, just a lot of fucking work. And then I waited a week, and randomly at 2:00 on Monday, I emailed the booker at Conan, said what happened, kind of explained the situation. And then he emailed me back going, I have no major notes for this set. Would you want to tape on Wednesday? And I was like, huh? And I was like, yeah, I made him actually say, like, yes, do Conan on Wednesday. I'm like, I will be there.
I remember because I was trying to book you for a pre-interview at that time, and you got back to me and said, hey, man, sorry, I'm doing Conan on Wednesday. And I'm like, oh, only Conan? Okay.
No,
How
I know.
dare you?
The good thing about it, and I'll say this, I would rather have 2 days notice than 2 months.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
Yeah.
Just wing it. Go out there and just do it. Otherwise, you'd be
Yeah, it's a lot like, I don't want to think about the fight. I just want to do it.
How was it backstage with Conan?
I didn't talk. When he walked up to me after my set was the first time I ever engaged him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I talked to Andy Richter back set before the show. He was there early. He surprisingly bigger than me. I thought I was going to be bigger than him, and then he's tall and fuck. I wouldn't fuck with Andy Richter set in my life.
He doesn't look that big, but Conan's a monster too.
Because Conan's a fucking bro. Conan had to shrink into the frame to give me a hug. Like he had to he had to detach me. He had to detach a vertebrae, so he could slide down in on me.
He's what, like 6'5" or something?
Yeah, but it's like a lanky 6'5", bro. His midsection is like 42 inches.
That's crazy.
I didn't realize he was that big.
He's a big dude. You notice it when he's standing next to people as they come on. You're like, holy crap, he's a big dude.
Oh, I could have breastfed without bending my neck.
Hilarious.
How long do you polish a set for, Chris? Especially something for Conan.
I mean, you got to think I was working about 6 to 8 months. I would say it got around month 5. We figured out, the Booker and I, exactly what jokes I needed to kind of capture.
Yeah.
Because the story that I did, it's a shortened, about a 10-minute full story that I shortened to about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Cut out, one thing for TV, this thing for edit, whatever.
Right.
And once I got it, I just started doing a bunch of sets at Comedy and Magic Club in Hermosa, and just kept asking for that 5-minute spot. Can I just do 5? Can I do 5?
Right.
And I just kept running it until that set was just snap, snap.
Right.
I could do it in my sleep. I didn't really get that nervous. They wrote cue cards out. I was like, I don't need them. I know this set.
Wow, that's great.
I didn't want to have to look down. I wanted to, because the audience is about 20 feet above me. Really? Well, yeah, because you got to think they have to give them the view of the stage, because underneath them is the camera and shit.
Sure, yeah.
So there's got to be like this.
Right.
On an angle.
They got to be high up so they can see me down here while they're filming this way.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're going to go 247 Hut. Sorry, I just felt like I was doing a play there, like a Navy SEAL.
Which, Jason, we got a question out there. Do you think that stand-up has taken a hit from all the snowflakes, or can you still be raw and talk about taboo topics?
You feel like the stand-up world's the next one to take the offending hit. Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. I think if the joke's really good, you can talk about anything.
I agree, yeah.
Well, I just
that's that golden rule of just, if you want to throw a strike past anybody, you got to throw heat. Like it's...
Yeah.
I just feel like
Indeed.
the days of Andrew Dice Clay, we probably can't go back.
If you rewatch his stuff, a lot of it's just simple. It's like, do we really want to go back to thinking like... I think stand-up's gotten more clever.
Right, yeah.
I think it's had to elevate its game because every generation gets better. It's like with sports. Jesse Owens would get his ass whooped by Usain Bolt.
Oh, indeed.
So, comedy kind of evolves with it. It's that level of game has changed.
Yeah.
A guy can't walk out on stage and will say, hey, you'll suck my dick.
Right.
And, dudes with fucking mullets go screaming. It's like, that doesn't work anymore. You have to, you got to throw sharper now. I'm not saying he's not funnier, or I'm not saying Dice isn't funny. I'm just saying he's not a legend. It's just, I think stand-up has evolved.
Yeah.
Like any art form. Music gets better, kind of, except for rap. Rap has just evolved.
Or rock music.
It's gotten worse.
Rock, well, anything that just gets over-commercialized is garbage.
Yeah, or overproduced.
Yeah.
Well, I just think
get shot 4 or 5 times, get in the booth, and make gold.
Right.
I just think the way people are getting, you get Kathy Griffith, a few of those others that, put edgy jokes out there and they just get tortured on social media and stuff. And
you know what though? Like, was anybody really giving a fuck about Kathy Griffin's opinion before?
No, exactly.
She wasn't a relative I mean, she's not irrelevant. She had a show as a D-list like 5 years ago. Like, there's just she did that for publicity, and it was just crass.
Right.
But if like what's his name? George Carlin was here today. Like, would he be crucified all over social media? And like, would those jokes be, like? No,
because they'd be smart.
Yeah, and I think he would have enough following.
If you come at, I mean, first off, I don't think George Carlin would have Twitter.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
He wouldn't give two fucks about Twitter, or he wouldn't be on anything.
Yeah, that's
you know who he is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and you would expect that from him anyways because he's been doing it.
And he's going to work on it. He comes out and, if you look back at some of his specials, I mean, he's brilliant.
And some of his stuff still holds up today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It still holds up today.
I mean, his shit about global warming and stuff was hilarious, about how he compared, like, he goes, you think Mother Earth's going to go down because of 6 plastic rings? He goes, no. She goes, she ain't going anywhere. We're going somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite comic right now?
Kidding. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I love so many comics for so many different reasons. That's a really hard. I mean, like, I don't even have a favorite band.
Right.
It's different moods. Like,
Could be more than
that's
one.
really tough. That's a really tough question to answer.
Yeah.
Because when I say someone, as soon as I hang up, I'm gonna go, no, fuck someone else.
Well, you can name more than one. I just don't know.
Say it again.
You can name more than one. I mean, it doesn't have to be the singular.
Well, I see where you're going. It's the same thing with music too. It all depends on your mood for the day, and that's how I am with music. Yeah, I mean,
there's times I want to listen to Joe Rogan. There's times I want to listen to Bill Burr.
Right.
Times I love Louis Blanc. I love Wanda Sykes. I could literally list every comic, and I'll tell you a joke theirs I like.
Right.
Take me through your day, man. Like, what's your day like every day? Are you out gigging pretty much every day? Are you busy daily? Is my question.
Yeah, because I mean, you wake up and you start emailing everyone. You start. I'm working on a couple projects that I want to get developed. Like after this, I'm going to go work on. It's called a show deck. You creating basically a Bible for my show. Mm-hmm. And you just work on projects, and then at night, if I don't have a spot, I may not go out. I do have a girlfriend. I do have a home life, so it's like it's enjoyable to have nights off.
Yeah. You do have your podcast too, right? Don't you podcast often as well?
No, we weren't able to keep doing that. My buddy and I scheduled just do hectic with others. I got cast on funny enough, a Christian TV show.
Really?
Yeah, and he started doing some more TV too. So it's just we didn't have the time, and that show was so intensive on like prep. We just couldn't keep it going.
Now, was that the Impaired?
Yeah, it was just tough to it was tough to keep our schedules together, and then we'd have our schedule, and then getting guests, and it just
right.
When you guys, that's why like I take my hat off to you guys. You do the shows because it just takes so much devotion.
Yeah.
This is a labor of love.
It is,
and when you don't got the time, and you're not going to put out a good product, then what's the fucking point of doing it?
Right. Yeah, that's true.
You guys devote this, and
well, we use this to springboard other things that we got going on as well. So it's kind of like all one big unison network.
That's great though. Teamwork,
yes,
ladies. Teamwork.
That's it, man.
I love doing this. Is it making you nauseous? Because I'm getting pretty sick.
Nah.
What's your favorite comedy special right now?
Out?
Yeah.
I really like Hassan Minaj's one. Really good.
Yeah.
Say that again. What is it?
Hassan. I can guess first name. Hassan Minaj. Yeah, I'm saying it right.
Yeah.
Hassan Minaj.
I thought his was just good, pure, honest stand-up. I loved it.
Now that's the dude from The Daily Show, right?
Yes. He's very tall, very handsome.
Yeah.
But no, I just really like. There's smart jokes in there about him, and I just.
Right.
I like watching a special, especially if it's your first special, getting to know who the fuck you are.
Right. Yeah.
If it's 60 minutes of just, so I'm at the post office, I don't know, I was like, they may be great jokes, but it's just, I like to, maybe it's because I do the same thing. I talk from personal things, and I think it attaches your audience to you because it's like, listen, this is my story.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what Eminem does with his music. It's everything's personal, so everyone feels like they got a glimmer in his life. Like. I
wonder if he just is just cantankerous.
What?
I can't think of a better word. Just like he seems like the type that's like, because he needs the fuel for beef.
Right.
Like if he's just slightly antagonistic towards it.
Right. He needs a confrontation to create some music. Probably. That's probably how
some
he's
people just need to get poked, and I'm like, fuck that. That's too much anger.
I feel like some people though that they're funnier when they're angry or they're complaining about something, or you know what I mean.
Because I think when you see the emotions real, but to create that over and over again every night's really tough.
Gotta be rough.
Yeah.
And if you feel like getting poked, get into porn.
There you go.
There's always something. Does people compare you to Chris Farley at all? I'm sure you hear it often.
I get more John Panette than Chris Farley.
John Panette, yeah. I could see that too.
I'll get Ralphie May, and I just like, really?
Yeah.
I was gonna say you kind of have a resemblance to Andy Richter, like a little bit in the face.
Oh, well, thank you. He's a handsome man. So.
You know, living out in California, man, you must hate traffic. How often are you stuck in traffic? How many hours a day are you stuck in traffic, I should ask?
Not really, because I've gotten good at not going on the 3:30. I retire back to my apartment.
Nice.
Yeah.
The only time you get stuck in is when you got to go to a gig, and it's like, oh, I got a show in Huntington Beach at 8 o'clock. Fuck. Means I'm leaving at 4 o'clock. Nah, not 4, maybe 5 o'clock, and I'm just driving through rush hour, and it's
wow.
What it is, man. You just, you medicate your mind and get behind the wheel. And you just drive. Just put music on. Don't be an asshole. You'll get there. Bring your friends. You can do the HOV lane.
Here you go.
There's times I'll get comic stage time just to fucking have an extra person legally in the car. You're doing 5 because I want to ride a little faster.
Do you get a lot of your material from people watching, like being out in public and stuff? Is that how you get pretty much most of your material?
I try to. You notice things, you know?
Uh-huh.
A running back sees the holes between the linemen. I think a comic sees the holes between life.
Uh-huh.
A lot of sports metaphors today, guys.
Yeah. I like it. It goes along with our guest from yesterday, too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Who was your guest yesterday?
Dan Filato. He used to be a sports producer at WGN for the Cubs back in the day, and he was also...
I miss watching baseball on WGN. That was like during my teen years, in the afternoon.
Yep. As soon as you get home from
WGN
school.
was like that and TBS. You had baseball on.
Yeah, right.
I'm with you there, brother. Harry Carey, he told a couple good Harry Carey stories about him getting drunk with Harry Carey and Billy Martin and Whitey Ford and Mickey Mantle. It was like an amazing story. And he was with Mark Grace, and Mark Grace ended up puking on third base the next day. You check it out. It was a great podcast.
Mark Grace used to smoke in the dugout.
Yeah. Keith Hernandez, too. Remember Keith Hernandez used to smoke in the dugout?
That's when baseball was played by men.
I agree.
That's right.
I'm with you there, brother.
I think all sports were better like in the 80s and early 90s.
Who do you root for in baseball? Who's your team?
I'm an Atlanta Braves fan. We just got our ass kicked.
Yeah. But they got a bright future, man. Bright future.
That's what I'm saying. I will take the fact that we overachieved, got to the playoffs, and then saw exactly what we needed to fix.
Mm-hmm.
If we had one more big bat and a couple of relievers, we could have beat the Dodgers.
Yeah, that bullpen is hurting a little bit, but also one more front-end starter, too, would be good for the Braves.
Yeah, we need a horse.
Yeah.
Another horse. Here I come again. I don't know why I do that.
You're a waddly one, that's for sure.
I am structurally not sound.
Yeah, but the Braves, man, they definitely got a bright future. A lot of great young talent, and
a ton of young talent. I mean, these guys next year when Acuna Jr. and Albies comes into their own. Yeah. I mean, Acuna damn near went from like batting 240 by the end of the season, batting almost 300.
Mm-hmm.
He hit 20. Both of them hit, I think, 25 home runs. And these guys are 20 years old.
I know.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
That's almost unfair to be able to play Major League Baseball at 20.
No doubt. Got the world by the balls at 20 years old. Imagine that.
Yeah, man. It's funny. The Atlanta Braves have a lock on Curacao. Every great player from Curacao ends up on the Braves first.
That's so true.
The Braves are the pimps of Curacao. Like, yeah. Your baby's going to play. Don't worry.
They got all their scouts are living down there in Curacao, huh?
Dude, they got scouts down there. There's dudes that guys that work down there, live down there and go, you got to come down here as a 17-year-old who can fucking one-hop into the warning track.
They're scouting them even younger than that nowadays. They're scouting them at 14
I know.
and
For sure. They're looking at kids that are 13 because shit, nowadays kids are getting 13. Kids look like they're 17.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Good old Purdue chicken. Promise, nothing's in it. Fucking hormoning it up, man. Those kids are growing like because they're getting fed extra hormones.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Conspiracy theories in sports.
Sponsored by Belco.
We're not crazy. You are.
Wow, we just got a whole new show created right here. Compliments of Chris Cope, comedian. You can check him out at chriscopecomedy.com. Wait, do you have any upcoming gigs that you'd like to promote?
Yeah. If you're in Vegas, I'll be at Rampart Casino tomorrow. The week after that, I'll be in Davis, California at Saranac Brewery. Weekend after that, I'll be in Minneapolis, Minnesota at Goonies Comedy Club, October 26th and 27th, I believe.
Nice.
You do any improv comedy too, or is it just strictly stand-up?
I mean, I'll riff on stage, starting the show out, just kind of having fun. I notice, but I don't do actual improv. No, I leave that to them. They can do their art. I'll do mine.
Yeah. I didn't know if you. What about like crowd participation type of thing? You get the crowd involved into your act sometimes?
Yeah, I mean, I can sit and do crowd work. I mean, I look at crowd work as like a necessary evil in a way because when you work, if you're doing an hour on stage in a club and there's 75 people, a little crowd work will help. Mm-hmm. It mixes in. You know what I mean? It's a side dish. It's not your main entree. You know, it's just fun to kind of go back and forth to take the break off from the jokes for a second and just talk to the crowd. And you go back and forth, but it's not something that like I would rely completely on.
Right, because if you don't have the right crowd, you're gonna be dead.
Some crowds don't want to fucking talk to you.
True.
Some crowds paid to hear you talk.
Yeah, indeed.
What's your take on hecklers, Chris?
Fucking burn them? I don't.
Yeah. Like if you're getting,
I mean, like sincerely, I don't have any. If you think
if you're getting heckled, what's your go-to?
I don't get heckled.
You don't.
Not in a sincere way. Like someone's trying to be funnier than me.
Right. Right.
It's more of they're just drunk, loud, and they think they can. Because like when you do engage the audience feels like they don't have to wait to be spoken to. They can just yell things out if they're drunk enough.
Right.
And a lot of times they're just giving their opinion out loud. And they're drunk. It's nothing. That's the heckler that I get. It's more of just like, yeah, you're right.
Right. Right.
In my head, I'm like, shut up and just listen. I got all this, but I'm not going to go after him. Nobody's trying to I'm loud and big on stage, so no one's going to go after me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if you establish yourself quickly on stage, it just people know. You know, it's like when boxing. You go out there, you lay your first hand on them and go, "This is where we're at."
It's how it's going to feel.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten good now that I'm headlining. I just sit back and watch the show, and I look for people. And if I see problems, I anticipate.
Nice.
I had someone that was just being loud and obnoxious, and I turned almost my back to them. They were on the far right side, so I was literally able to kind of like cheat them out of where I could literally talk to the other 3/4 of the audience and just kind of drown them out, and just they didn't see me, so they don't have that eye contact. It makes it real hard for someone to yell at you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Well, they want the attention.
Yeah, that's a lot of it is they're drunk, they want the attention, or they're drunk and they just don't know better.
I noticed in some of your comedy skits, you talk a lot about cannabis. Is it like that's pretty much a lot of your shtick there, talking about marijuana?
I don't know. Maybe out of all my material, it's about 20 minutes. So it's a fifth.
Yeah.
100 minutes of jokes. No, because I think some of those clips just happened to be the set that I was doing, and that just got captured and put up.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
And I'm also working on like some of these jokes. They're going to be my next album. I'm just constantly running them, just making them sharper.
Did you enjoy yourself when you were on Cooking on High?
Yeah, I had an amazing time. I was high as shit.
So you had a great time.
I mean, because they would take the food away, and I'm like, no, fucking, let me finish this. This is delicious. This is brioche French toast with fucking apples and peanut butter. I'll fucking stab you. And they're like, you're only supposed to try it, and I'm like, try it. I'm supposed to get high. Like,
so the food was cooked with weed, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that scares me. That scares me because you eat some really good food. I think I'd be like freaking high as a kite, man.
Well, the thing is, you don't put 200 milligrams in a thing of mashed potatoes. You put 50, and that way everybody, no matter how much they eat, gets maybe 10.
Right.
Oh, I'd fuck that up.
You know what I mean? Like if there's a gigantic dish of mashed potatoes and there's 50 milligrams in the whole thing, and you get 5 scoops, what are you getting?
Good point.
Yeah, you put it in the butter and you pour the butter over the thing, and it's like, this is just to give it a, I like it because like you get high while it's digesting.
Does it knock you out though when you ingest it like that, when you eat it?
Yeah.
Me too.
No, I don't. I try not to eat. After that show, they poured me into a fucking Uber. That dude and I were having a fun time on the way home because I was lit and chatty.
That's awesome.
But yeah, no. When it comes to that, I try to maintain my edibles at night. Like after a show, I'll eat a handful of something and just get real high and watch TV and feel great and relax.
What's your go-to snack?
I like gummy bears.
Gummy bears, yeah.
Yeah, really like a sweet snack. Yeah.
Chris, so when you were telling your story about your heart attack on Conan, was it true when you were when the cop came to your door and he asked you if you were on drugs or not because you were a little too young to be having a heart attack? Was that all true, or did you just do that to punch up the joke?
No, I didn't answer the door. At that point, I was struck out. I had an aneurysm, and I was on the bed, kind of splayed out. And the cop got let in by the manager. But yeah, he did ask me. He was like, "Are there any drugs in the room?" I'm like, "There's some weed in the trash can." He's like, "We didn't do this to you. What else you want?" And I'm like, "Nothing.
Yeah.
I'm fat.
Right? I'm
having an issue." So it was just, yeah. He basically, I shortened it up. I made the interaction more succinct for the joke.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did ask me.
What was that like having that aneurysm?
It wasn't.
How do you
I was
survive
very
it?
quick with my rebuttal.
Man, oh man.
I did not like. I didn't linger on his question. Like I was like, "Fuck you, no, it's weed. That's it."
Yeah.
I'm dying. Help me.
Right.
You're one of the few that have survived an aneurysm.
Yeah.
Wow. Man, you got a good guardian angel over you, pal.
Yeah. His name's Lou. Last name's Safer.
Do you have these conversations with him daily?
Yeah. Well, he's from Florida. What do you expect?
Of course he's from Florida.
You're originally from Florida, right? Okay.
Yeah, girl.
So why are all the fucked up stories always coming out of Florida? Why is that?
Because I'm one of the only few people that are born in the state. Most people just end up there.
Yep.
Right.
Like they say, you come to Florida because you're running from something.
Mm-hmm. Trying to recreate.
It's hot. Florida's different parts too, because you have like the cities on the coast, on the East Coast, and then everything else is very rural. But then there's Orlando. Right. The city's just huge. Or the state is just fucking huge. So you have all these people. So you're bound to have. I mean, Florida has the population of like 10 other states.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like you could fit 15 Montanas in Florida.
Really?
Population-wise.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, a lot of people.
Not size.
Right.
Everybody moves.
But yeah, so I mean, when you have that many fucking people with that much heat, what do you expect?
Right.
Crazy shit happens.
Yeah.
Bermuda Triangle.
And then you got like
bath salts. What do you want? I mean, like, I like it. It makes you fucking keep on your toes, and it's interesting.
You get to the Everglades, and you got people that they're inbred and
right.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Those people are rock salts of the earth, man. They're the bath salts of the earth.
Bath salt's still a thing, huh?
I don't know.
I haven't heard of it in a while.
Yeah.
Usually it was out there rampant for a while.
Yeah, it was.
And then all of a sudden,
same thing with
really heard it too much about
the synthetic weed, which drives me fucking nuts that they even call it that.
Yeah, I mean, with it getting more and more legal, I think that's just going to phase out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because why bother?
Because like no one's going to buy synthetic weed when they go legally buy regular weed.
Right.
Yeah.
And just the fact that they call it synthetic weed drives me nuts because it has nothing to do with marijuana. Doesn't look the same. Doesn't have the same properties. The only thing that's the same is you smoke it.
Right.
But you smoke crack too. But I don't know why they call it synthetic.
You smoke anything, man.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's like a crackhead statement. You smoke anything.
Smoke it all.
Smoke this.
There you go. The Gatorade. What?
I gotta go.
What is the craziest thing you've ever smoked out of, though? As you just put that Gatorade bottle to your mouth.
I just say your mother and hit the end button. First time I ever got stoned, the paper was out of like, we used telephone book paper to roll a joint.
Jeez.
That is funny.
That must have
And
been
it
harsh.
burned like a fucking sparkler.
I can imagine,
bet.
man.
Yeah, I would say that's the craziest thing, because after that, I was like, I gotta buy a pipe.
Yeah, I guess you would.
Coke cans, fruit, you know. I've never made something out of a snorkel. I never did that shit. Like, a lot of times if we didn't have a pipe, we just roll a joint.
Yeah.
No,
You can
not
go to
an
a gas
apple.
station and get roll papers.
They said fruit. Yeah, or one of those tinfoil bowls. Remember those little ones used to roll up real quick, little crack stems?
Ugh. I would do it out of a Coke can at that point. Put like a knife and just poke some holes and then
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Chris, this has been a great conversation, man.
crackhead.
Like a crackhead. One more time, you can check him out at chriscopecomedy.com, and he's got the funny special on Cooking with High on Netflix, as well as you have any appearances coming up on Tosh or Kimmel or any of those anytime soon?
You can go on Amazon and look up Inside Joke with Asif Ali.
Okay.
And you can look at episode 13 with me and Kabir Singh. You're going to see me do a set and an interview in the back of a cop car.
Oh, nice.
An interview in the
Yeah.
back. That's hilarious. Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Appreciate you guys having me on.
Thanks so much for coming on, man. We really appreciate the time and taking time talking to us and whatnot. And I screwed up again, didn't I? Again. Where is it? There we are. My bad. I always screw this up. Anyways, Chris, thanks so much for coming on. Let's do this again sometime. If you have anything,
Absolutely.
If you have anything you need to promote in the events, keep us in mind here at Disruption Network. That's for sure.
Absolutely, guys.
Awesome.
You guys have fun. Thanks for calling on me, man.
Awesome, brother. Thank you so much.
Take
Good
care,
luck.
Chris.
Good luck with everything.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Awesome, guys. That was fun. Let me see. I go with the 3 cameras. There we go. It's the system's a little screwed up today.
Yeah.
My Stream Deck isn't working today. I'm always having technical difficulties, but I want to thank Chris Cope for coming on. That was fun. Good comedy happening here on EC Radio.
Yeah, man.
It's Pledgey, thanks for setting all these up.
Yeah,
man.
right.
You're killing it. 2 days in a row. You've been killing it. And on top of everything else you've been setting up before this. And
You got it, man.
we've got a big comedy event happening.
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
November. We'll be talking a lot about really, really soon. So, Pledgey, you're kicking ass around here.
Thank
We're
you,
lucky
buddy.
we got you. That's for damn sure.
Thank you.
We're lucky we got you. We want to take a quick little break and come back. And we've got my man's in the house today. My man, Tommy. We're going to be talking about Trip Fest coming up in just a little bit. You guys hang out for, give me a few minutes. Let me see here.
Hopefully.
Well, we don't know.
You know what the hell you're listening to? It's EC Radio.
We are a generation of lost masculinity, and we got to start getting it back. No matter if you're straight or gay, no matter if you stick it in the front or you stick it in the rear. For the love of our sons, we've got to stick it in there like a man.
EC Radio.
Only on the D.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
Join us Saturday, October 13th as Disruption Network and Doughboy BBQ presents Trip Fest 2 at the Jewish Community Center, 2310 Oneida Street in Utica. A night to pay homage to Vinny, Captain Trip Morreale. Utica icon, yo! Come pick through all of Captain Trip's personal treasures. Local artist display, food from Doughboy BBQ, beer, wine, and live music. Bands include, after a 24-year hiatus, the return of Taurus, Kate Devin, The Crazy Fools, Thunderwatt, and a 315 All-Star tribute to the Grateful Dead. Tickets are $10 in advance and $15 at the door. Partial proceeds to benefit Laney's Army. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Taurus kicks it all off at 6:30. It's Trip Fest 2, Saturday, October 13th. Trip Fest 2 is sponsored by Nye Volkswagen of Rome, 92.7 FM The Drive, Priceless Inspection, Donato Appraisal Services, Dr. Scott Domenico, and Saranac Brewery.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when three top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you'll support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program. EC Radio.
Again, technical difficulties. Big ups to comedian Chris Cope for coming on, hanging out with us. That was a lot of fun. We gotta unmute some mics here. ChrisCopeComedy.com. Check out all the good things that he's doing out there. He's been like Conan O'Brien, Tosh.O, Jimmy Fallon, all that stuff. Would help if I clicked over too, huh? This whole new system has got me all a little. It's not new. It's just something's down for some reason. I don't know. Switch it up here. Bam. There we go. It's me, Z. Chicken.
What up?
Pledgy.
And Pledgy's mic.
Try now, Pledgy.
Did he go to wrong mic? Or?
Use the blue.
Hello?
There he is.
Can you hear me? It's me.
Pledgy's been killing it for us around here.
I must not use deodorant or something. He's like all the way over to the end of the table.
Because I know your cord is here, so I didn't want to. Go over and then.
We do have some of the Disruption crew in here, and I got to remind everybody that we're doing a Real Men Wear Pink. It's been started. We need your help. We need your help. We need donations. We need donations right now, people. Real Men Wear Pink / Utica, New York. You can find Disruption Network crew. We're over there. $5, $10, $15, $20, $100. What did we say? $100 would get you, like, Pledgy would go to your house and heat up some food for you.
Oh,
if you donated $100,
I'll heat up that DiGiorno for you, no problem.
And then if you donate $200, you get to have lunch at Grandma Pledgy's house.
Sure.
Really? Yeah, you get to go and hang out at Grandma Pledgy's table.
What's she making?
I have no idea. He's not aware this is happening yet.
Yeah, but I'm sure. Yeah, knowing her, she's an old school Italian woman, and she'll just fix you something.
Manja.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it wouldn't matter. And you know, whatever she's got in the refrigerator is the bomb.
Absolutely, yeah.
You guarantee it.
That's how they roll, man.
There's already something cooking. Already.
Always. But Real Men Wear Pink, it is started. We are going to be doing a guest bartending thing at Wakely's next Wednesday. We're going to do a live EC radio from there, and the whole crew is going to come out, and we've got a bunch of the guys from the Real Men Wear Pink campaign joining us. Speaking of which, they will be here tomorrow. Bob will be here tomorrow from the American Cancer Society, and my old friend Gary Johnson coming in. He's part of the Real Men Wear Pink campaign too. So he's going to come in and play a couple songs, hang out, talk about the American Cancer Society, and talk about how October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's why we're doing this. It's all for breast cancer awareness and education, and making strides against breast cancer is how they dubbed this as. So we're just doing our part here, and the D is helping the B's. That's what we'd like to do here. We like to help out our women, man, because we wouldn't be on this earth if it wasn't for women.
Right.
There'd be no reason to be on this earth without women.
I wish I had a studio full of women right now instead of all the swinging dicks right now.
Yes, but we get some good breast sizes between me and Pelagie over here.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
not kind of
I'll
breasts
mean.
I want. Not the breasts I'd like to see. Anyways, donate to our Real Men Wear Pink. We have it all over our Instagram and our social medias and Facebook and stuff like that. And I'm challenging everybody from the D to get out there and start promoting it too. Like, we need some donations. We have a $2,500 budget that we need to get into. So, and we're nowhere near it. We're nowhere even near it. So that's our goal, $2,500. So help us out, and we will greatly appreciate it. And Pledgy will cook you some food. So
Heck yeah, man.
speaking of cooking food, my man Tom Morreale is in the house.
What's up, my friend?
If there's anybody that knows how to cook food, Doughboy BBQ
You know
knows
it.
how to cook some food.
Yep.
Yeah.
Frito Bandito.
Definitely.
And Chicken has dreams about the
I
Frito
do.
Bandito.
I do.
He's
I
thinking
don't
about it right now, actually. He wants to come up with his own Frito Bandito character, and he can run around.
Frito Bandito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Let's
He's
do it.
got the voice and everything.
Let's do it.
Doughboy BBQ, you about to shut it down for a little while,
Yeah,
though, right?
this is our last food truck event for a while.
This one on Saturday for
Saturday.
Trip Fest?
Yep.
You're going to shut it down for the
Yeah,
winter?
we'll probably do something the day after Thanksgiving in Clinton Stroll, and that's probably it for the year.
Yeah?
But we're still doing parties. If you haven't got catered events, we'll do those.
Yeah.
And do you have to winterize the truck, or is it
Yeah,
just...
we got to go through it. We're overhauling the whole inside.
Are you?
So we're going to tear everything out, put up new walls, new sinks, pretty much go through the whole thing. Put a deep fryer in.
I can imagine, like, a food truck takes a lot of wear and tear.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Like, there's constant
Especially
maintenance.
when you're doing 3 events a week. It's just impossible to keep up with.
Yeah, and not to mention it's probably a gas guzzler too.
Oh, yeah.
Those trucks, those old school trucks,
Yeah.
they're not known for gas mileage.
Yeah, but I got to imagine, though, I mean, as much as the upkeep and whatever on the trucks, it's got to be so much easier than having a whole full-fledged restaurant.
Well, no overhead, no NIMO, no gas and electric, which is a biggie, you know.
Yeah, it is.
And if you don't want to work, you don't work.
Yeah,
You don't have to worry about people coming to find you. You
Yeah.
go to them.
Right.
Yeah.
right on, brother. Well, we've got a big party. I can't believe it's here
I
already
know.
too.
It went by fast.
It did, and
2 years.
I felt like we got behind the 8 ball a little bit this year, but I mean, it's all coming together right now,
I
man.
think it's going to be big.
Trip Fest 2. It's happening this Saturday. The Jewish Community Center. It's 2310 Oneida Street in Utica. It's a great location,
It is.
man.
It's great sound in there. The gym's the art is great there. The auditorium part, and the gym is nice too.
I love the way they give the free range of the place. You
Oh,
know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, you have the one side, you have, like you said, the band's playing, and then you got on the other side, you got all the stuff for the, that was in his storage bins and whatnot.
In the middle's the bar. Don't forget the bar.
Right.
Hey,
bar.
yeah,
That's the part.
all
How can you
connected
forget?
by the bar.
Yeah.
But it feels like rock and roll high school when we go in there. We
Yeah.
kind of tear the place up a little bit, and that's what the feel is, because it feels like you're hanging out in your old school.
You feel like you're doing something wrong.
But you know what? Let me tell you something, though. It to me, and we're getting older now. To me, it's a little bit better than hanging out at the bars.
Yeah.
You know, because the
Definitely.
bars,
It's a
it's
good
the
time.
same old thing, and you run into the same people every time.
Every-
I haven't been out in the bars in years. It's still the same 3 people sitting at the end
Yeah.
of the bar.
And they got the same clothes on.
Same clothes on, right? Exactly. So this is a lot different from the bar scene. You're going to be hanging out at the JCC.
I mean,
And
it's
they're
a
friends,
It's a
too.
show. It's a show that we're all going
It's
to
a
get
show.
get together again. You know, the people that we hung out with when we were a lot younger and
Right.
crazier.
Yeah, it's not a bar event. I don't want anybody to think it's just a bar event. I mean, if we have beer available. Yes, there's going to be wine available, of course. But to us, this is more of not only preserving the memory of your brother, Vinny,
And the music.
you know, but it's also getting our friends together and having a reunion, if you will.
Well, this was his dream. We never did it when he was alive, so I hope he's looking down and he's smiling.
Oh, I know, because you say, my brother don't want to do anything. He don't want to do anything. I would stay on the phone for hours with Vinny and
Bitching
and just,
about me.
Well, not just
Yeah,
bitching
no, I
about you, but you know, we were like 2 little schoolgirls,
Yeah.
the gossiping and stuff like that. Well, yes, you're right. He wanted to do something like this.
Yeah.
Your brother was always into the action.
Oh, yeah. He loved it.
He wanted the action.
Yep.
Surprised he hasn't fucked with us yet.
I know. It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah.
That's probably why you're having all these problems on the computers right now.
Yeah, but it's usually when he's around.
Yeah.
Like the first time we got together and we did Z's company, and we got on and the whole screen turned blue and we were
blue.
Smurfs.
Yeah.
It was so weird.
Yep.
And I'm like, how does this happen? And something happened, and then the next
We
time,
lost the audio, and then
the one time we lost the audio when you came in here to
Yeah.
promote last year's Trip Fest, and
something happened a couple months ago when I came in here. It was all screwed up.
yeah. Oh,
And then we figured out when we walked outside, we just got like goosebumps, like he fucked with us again.
God, that's right. I forgot about that. It's like every time. So you're right. It's probably coming.
Yes.
But I dearly miss the man, and
me too.
you know, he was a mentor to me and a great friend, and I learned a lot, and we argued a lot, but we loved each other, and that was the key thing. And
Yep.
you guys created an institution. We talked about it with Kent yesterday on the show. Kent Rasmussen was in here talking about the 315 All-Star tribute to the
can't wait
Grateful
for
Dead.
that.
It's going to be awesome. And from what everybody's saying, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But Kent was talking about, too, like what an institution it was to go to the rainforest. And like a lot of these bands and the Rock and Roll Preserve, a lot of these bands would work so hard because that was their ultimate goal, to play your bar.
Yep.
Your club.
Yeah.
And
We gave a lot of breaks to a lot of local bands, too.
Tons.
Let them open for a lot of big nationals. I mean, we went out of our way to try to develop the local music scene. And Vinny was a big proponent. He loved it. So.
yeah. And plus, he had the head shop up in Clinton and in Yorkville, and he loved the action up there too. And Ken told a story yesterday on how like Max would hump his leg when he'd come walking in.
Max greeted everybody.
He was a great dog. He was a great dog. And speaking of dogs, partial proceeds to benefit Laney's Army this Saturday.
Yep.
Tommy and I went up to Laney's Army a couple weeks back, and it's really cool what they do.
Yes,
but
it
it's
is.
very sad what they
Very
do.
heartbreaking.
It was.
It's the most beautiful dog came running out after us. Looked at its eyes. Both of his eyes were burned out by kids.
Yeah.
Beautiful dog. Beautiful. It made a great pet. Anyone would be happy to have that dog. Even with it was so friendly.
Yeah.
So they're doing a great thing, and hopefully we can give them some money to get a heater because they need a new heater for their place over there.
Yeah, that's what they need is a new heater. And what it is kind of like a hospice for dogs.
Yeah.
Wow. These dogs they're pretty much on their last leg or on their deathbed, and it's sad. It is really sad, but there's some really kind-hearted people running this establishment.
Yeah.
And we're lucky that we got them in this community, and they need funding. They need help, and we're here to help them.
And it's the thing with when you're doing something like that, just like hospice, is you got to have that big heart.
Oh yeah.
But you also have that thick skin because you're putting these dogs down. You're caring for them in their last days. You know what I mean? That's really hard to see.
Some of them, the owner, which is a girl, can get near them. If a guy goes near them, they'll freak out because they were so abused by guys.
Yeah.
It's a sad story, but they're doing a great thing, and they have some adoptable dogs too. Hopefully, they're going to bring a couple down.
Right.
And it's great.
Yeah, it's for a great cause.
Yes.
If you ever get a chance, because it is open to the public.
Yeah.
That's what I was just going to
You
ask.
go down to Bleecker Street, or Broad Street.
809 Broad Street.
809 Broad Street, down there on the other side of KO Industrial. They're kind of in the same building right next to each other. And there's a flea market in front of it. 809 Broad Street. And you go in there, and they got cages and the animals, and they got people over there, volunteers that will walk the dogs.
They're
and feed
looking
the
for
dogs
volunteers. They're looking for bleach, food,
treats.
blankets. Blankets are
Yep.
big.
Any kind of cleaning supplies.
Plus, if you need dog food, they have a whole 2 pallets right in front that you can go get any dog food if you want it. They set it out for free. For any. It's all their excess that they put out there.
Yeah. And so
they're helping the community that way too.
If you're a dog owner struggling to feed your dog, go down to Laney's Army. They have pallets full of dog food that they just give away.
Because they give most of their dogs special food. So that, if you donate Alpo or something, they can't give it to dogs. They just give it back to the community.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great.
Yeah, and your brother was into helping Stephen Swan.
He
would totally be into
do the
this.
wiggle waggle. He do everything for Stephen Swan.
Yeah.
So,
and he would totally be into what Laney's Army's doing, and he'd be right there.
You don't get any more loyalty than you do from a dog.
That's true. That's 100% true. I mean, we all like dogs more than we like people.
Yeah.
We say that
animals
all the
in
time.
general, for the most part.
Animals in general, for sure.
Except for reptiles. I can't fuck with reptiles.
Yeah.
But it's all going down Saturday, man. And hopefully they will bring a couple dogs. And who knows, you might be able to adopt a dog right then and there.
We got some great vendors this year too. Besides what's left of his stuff, we got out of the box crafts. I think they're called. They're making these great mugs. They're going to have down there.
Oh, let me see that.
Oh, this is cool.
Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
They make these coffee.
They
mugs?
It's great, and they're going to have keychains. They're going to have mason jars. They're going to have a whole bunch of cool stuff for sale.
Good time music for good time people.
Yep.
That's a great quote from Bill Graham.
Yep.
The late great Bill Graham. If he never died, there'd be no Live Nation. I wish he never died.
I know, right? It's for sure.
But anyways, those are really cool. And then
Yeah.
we also have a glass blower coming in
And a
too.
glass blower coat. Yep.
Is he blowing glass on hand, or he's just
I think so. I think
selling
that's what he
gear?
wanted to do. Yeah.
Oh, great.
And we got my brother's friend Al Langsman's donating a whole bunch of pictures, rock pictures that he's taken. So we'll do some kind of Chinese auction or something.
Oh, cool.
Like a bucket ticket and put it in a bag, and
That's a great idea.
He's got like 8 or 9 pictures. I think he's got Phil Lesh, he's got Willie Nelson, he's got I think one that he took when Vinny with the Allman Brothers, which hopefully I'll get.
Yeah.
So that's great.
And a good one over the summer with John Popper.
That's right.
You, Vinny, John Popper, and Al as well.
If you got signed for me, which I appreciate that. I got it on my wall.
Yeah, I had it signed. John Popper signed it for me, and he's like, "Oh, look how young I am." But anyways, he's been out there taking pictures for a long time.
Oh yeah, since we opened the bar, and even before, because he works for a newspaper. He's the photographer for Hamilton Times or something.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and he goes to all the festivals taking pictures.
I saw a bunch in the summer.
Yeah.
Saw a bunch of him in the summer.
And he was at Vinny's funeral and everything, taking pictures. Remember at the restaurant, he was there taking pictures of all of us?
Yeah, he's the fucking paparazzi over there.
Yep.
What else do we have for vendors? Of course, Doughboy BBQ.
Yeah, Dough will be in the parking lot.
We'll be out there in the parking lot doing your thing.
And that's it. We just got 3-4 of them. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, it's going to be cool.
Right.
Plus, we get all this stuff.
Yeah. Which we got to go get some stuff.
There's a lot of cool stuff from last year.
It's still left, yeah.
Right. A lot of cool stuff from last year. But I'll tell you, man, people went through that stuff left and right. And I remember a girl being in there for like 3 hours walking out with a garbage bag full of his stuff.
Suitcases. The one walked out with a suitcase full of stuff. Literally. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. You opened up with some of that stuff and it looked like 1994 died in there. Yeah. There's some really cool stuff, though. It's stuff that I haven't seen since then, you know. Yeah. Your brother was a hoarder, huh?
He was a hoarder. Mm-hmm. But he had a good eye for retail. Yeah. He could spot some. Like when we first opened the store, I probably told the story, but he got these crystals. I go, who the fuck is going to buy that thing? And 5 minutes later, someone came in and bought one. He was always ahead of his time on buying shit. He knew what was going to sell. He was good at it.
You know the story that used to eat him up all the time? I think one of his biggest regrets was the fish.com. Do you know about that?
No,
you didn't know about that? It was like right when the internet came out and Fish launched their website and they wanted him to jump on board to be like a sponsor or whatever. And he was like, what's this internet? He didn't know what it was.
No idea.
No idea. And then he's like, Z, I always kick myself in the ass for that one.
Yep.
They wanted him to jump on to do some things together.
I do remember. It was the merchandising. They wanted him to do the merchandising.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
He would did all the T-shirts and everything. He would have been... unbelievable.
Wow. That would have been big.
Yeah, that would have been big. But he didn't really grasp the concept of the internet.
Even later years, I wanted him to start selling his shit on the internet.
Me
after
too.
He had to close, and he just didn't want to do it.
Me too. I used to yell at him about it. Like, get an eBay account or do something.
Yeah.
Get rid of I don't know how to do that shit. And he didn't care. He didn't care. But definitely miss him dearly. And of course, we're going to be doing this year in and year out. This is the thing. We have to preserve his memory because, if it wasn't for Vinny, man, Vinny created a culture here in Utica, hands down. He did.
He came back from California with a vision, and he pretty much did it.
I don't know anybody more recognizable than Vinny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you see him, you knew him. You know what I mean? Like, that face just resonated with everybody in this area.
Yeah.
Love him or hate him, he was a good guy, and he had a big heart.
Yeah, and he had his own logo.
Yeah.
Who drew that logo?
His name was Ivan. And it's all I can remember is when he came back, I even have the original artwork.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool.
And on the back, it said Coroner's Inquest officially dead. You heard the story. We went to his friend's father's funeral, and he came from an event that he was selling at, and he's kneeling at the casket with the Coroner's Inquest officially dead logo on the back of his shirt while he's laying at the casket. So that was Vinny. He didn't.
He is definitely an icon. That's for damn sure. When did he come back and open up that head shop?
Well, we opened it in
pretty much the first head shop in the area, right?
Yeah, I mean, that catered to rock and roll merchandise. He was a head shop without the smoking accessories at first. He was totally against it. Everyone thought he was against it because everyone thought he was a big pothead, and he very rarely smoked.
He didn't smoke at all.
Or drank. When he got back from California, he never drank. What the hell? It had to be 1990 was the first one.
1990.
1990.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
that was Yorkville.
Yorkville, and then he moved over to Clinton,
and Clinton.
Then he consolidated both of them to Clinton.
Yeah.
That's some good longevity, though, man. I mean, he was a staple for so many years. I remember going up there as a kid, a teenager, going up there. You walk in there and smell incense and like
eat popcorn and pizza and
and Pat Max.
Yeah.
And then you opened the bar. What? 95.
1995. We even bring him back. Actually, Derek, who used to be one of our bouncers, he's coming to help us out.
Yeah. You can check IDs for us again.
Yep.
Oh, cool. Well, we're gonna see a lot of the crazy cast of characters that we used to see back in the day.
Yep.
Right?
Oh, guaranteed.
Including our house resident landlord, who made an appearance just a little while
did
ago.
He?
Oh, yeah, he was here.
Mr. Donato was in the house.
Mr. Donato, DJ Mullet.
Yep.
Uh-huh. I had the privilege of going out with the two of them last Wednesday. It was a week ago. We went out. We went to see the Stephen Perkins Drum Clinic.
Yeah, that was a good time.
And it was a great time. It was cool just to hang out. But you know what's crazy is like how we've lost so many steps.
Yes.
We were in bed by like 9:30.
A little later than that, but I was like, come on, these guys, let's go to a strip club. No, I'm not going to a strip club. You guys are crazy. The last place I want to be on a Wednesday night.
It was funny, but hanging out with
20 years ago, that would have been the first place I would have been after we closed the bar. We did that many a time.
For real. For real. Derek's checking in right now. Actually says he can't wait, guys. So we're excited to see you and the whole cast of crazies that we haven't seen in a while, too. It's this Saturday.
Yeah.
Man, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be a good time.
The last year we did it, and we had Joe Mama and the Funk Daddies. We had a great time with that.
Good time.
And Ed Drake almost fell off the stage.
That was hysterical.
That was probably the highlight of my night from last year.
and just the fact that we were behind the stage when that happened. And so we see him fall, and like the way it looked like he was going to fall right off the stage. And Z and I looked and she's like, oh, shit. And we ran up to see if he was okay. And then realized there was like a couple feet in between. But we were like,
he almost went right through that back door.
Wow. It's perfect. I'm so glad we were there because like I don't think anybody else saw it from up front.
Yesterday we were talking with Kent, and I was trying to figure out, what did Thunderwatt do last year? Was it Animals front to back?
Yes, Animals front to back, yep.
Amazing.
Yeah, that was good.
Absolutely amazing.
But you know what? This year is a good thing. I have another bartender. I don't have to bartend, so I can actually enjoy the show. Last year, I just worked too hard.
Nice.
I mean, working the bar and then taking care of the other stuff and the I just worked my ass off.
Well, that's why we make a good team, though. I handled the production end of it last year, and you were handling the bar, and everything came together really good. And my girl, Tori, give her love and respect, of course. I love her dearly. She was working the front end. So, like, we all came together as a great team, you know, and this year, too. And this year, well, I think I got a stage manager this year.
Yes, we're bringing back Roscoe.
Roscoe's going to come and hang out with us.
Original light sound guy.
Yeah, right. He's the original Roscoe Road Crew.
Yes.
You know, he's a legend. He is. The guy is a legend. But Roscoe will be there, so it'll ease up a little bit of me. And you got another bartender, so it'll ease up a little bit of you.
Frank's wife's going to be bartending.
Terry?
Yeah.
Oh, we love Terry.
Yeah, we love Terry.
We do.
She's gonna be.
The only problem is she's in bed she's worse than us. She's in bed by 8:30, so we're gonna keep her up.
I'd rather buy a drink from her than you.
Well, of course.
Yeah, indeed.
She goes, I'm not showing my boobies.
Much more easier on the eyes than looking at you, Tommy. That's for damn sure.
I agree with you there.
Terry, she's another one. Thanks for putting up with us.
I know.
Right? We love you, Terry.
And well, of course, Jill will be there bartending. So.
Yeah, cool. It's gonna be great to see all the old cast again. I'm so excited. Hi, Ralphie. I see Ralphie checking in. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome back. And we got to get you on the show, man. Tell your story and shit. He's got a funny story. Well, he's got a tough story, but yeah, Trip Fest this Saturday. Come on out. It starts off at 6 o'clock. And kicking it all off. This is amazing.
Yeah, this is.
I can't believe we made this happen. You made it happen. You made it happen. A band that hasn't played in 20 plus years.
Well, I run into Tony every once in a while, and he offered, and because he's doing a benefit, which we gotta push it in a couple weeks.
Yeah, the Sapanero benefit, Dan Sapanero.
He said, well, this is gonna be like a warm up show. So
I love it. So Taurus is getting back together, and they're gonna jam out for us. They're gonna kick it off.
They sounded great the other night.
They really did.
They did.
And they got Kate Devin sitting in with her.
She's
amazing for 17 years old. She kicks ass.
Yep.
And it's cool that
she kicks ass plainly. Like she just kicks ass, but then the fact that she's 17 years old just makes it even more crazy.
And the cool thing is, like, she's mixed in with the right people right now.
Right.
She's mixed in with Tony. They can mold her. Well, not mold her, but they can kind
teach her the right way. And,
guide her in the right direction, if you will.
Which is awesome.
And she needs that.
Yeah, which is awesome for these older cats to kind of help the young kids growing up, like show them the way and like what they should be doing and how they should sound and show them the ropes. And I feel like you were saying, like the bands getting together, like years ago, that probably would have never happened.
Yeah.
But now it's like cool that these guys are
it was more cutthroat back then, like Gridley and Floaty Noah always fighting back and forth.
Yeah, they're going at it. But that's cool. Taurus is one of those bands, man. I used to sneak out of my house in high school to go see. Legendary band. I remember specifically them playing at MVCC. And in fact, we live right over here. I live right over here. So do you. And I snuck out of my house and went to MVCC with my buddy Michael Pola, and we saw Taurus and whoever else was. I can't remember. And I had to sneak back into my house. I think I was punished or something. Like my mom wouldn't let me go, or somebody wouldn't let me go. So I ended up going anyways. And you can watch that show on YouTube if you type in Taurus and Utica and stuff like that. Back in like 1989, I think it was, or whatever, or 88 or something like that.
Must have been video up feet or some kind
And that was Tommy Waskowitz.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy was all over that back in
Yep.
the day. So
Oh, yeah, he did all our commercials for the store and the bar and everything. Yeah, he's great. He's still doing it.
Tommy's a good man.
Yeah, he is.
Tommy's a good man. But Taurus kicking it all off 6:30. I'm sorry, 6:30. The doors open at 6. Taurus at 6:30, and then we move on to the Crazy Fools, great friends of ours.
Yep.
Also, Sean Gaffney, a host of the Baseline here on the D. Crazy Fools been doing it for almost 20 years. They've been around for a while now doing it. And, a lot of them went out and had kids and got married and stuff, but they're coming back. They're coming back, and they're looking to lending helping hand when it comes to Trip Fest. So I'm looking forward to seeing all my friends in Crazy Fools. The staple at the EC back in the day. And also, Thunderwatt right after that.
Yep.
They got something up their sleeve.
I'm sure they do. Joe hasn't said anything, but I think it's going to be something good.
Yeah. He won't tell us.
No.
Oh, then you know it's something good.
Yeah, he won't tell us. And I know Bobby Miller's going to be sitting in with all these bands because Bobby Miller's part of the Grateful Dead tribute.
Right.
So, and I'm going back and forth with all the bands today, and we're just going to leave Bobby's gear set up so he can play with everybody. Yeah. So Bobby's going to be on hand, and we got guys from Super and Charlie and guys from Slug and Ann Esther and Uncle Fester and all the old school Dead bands that used to play around the late 80s and early 90s. So they're going to be out in full force, and really, really looking forward to what they're putting together.
What I think is cool too, mentioning Genesee Joe, is that this is actually a joint effort with the Drive.
Right, yeah.
Which is really cool. They
get behind all local stuff. They're great.
Yeah,
really.
They're really the only. Well, now there's a news station, but they're one of the very few local radio stations in this area.
Right, and they are local, and they do care. I mean, they're doing a great job. They're donating some commercials for us. They're not like money-hungry scumbags.
I love the Drive. I'm a big fan. It's on my radio dial right now as we speak. When I get
listen to radio, that's what I listen to.
And Genesee Joe is one of those guys that have been doing this forever. 20.
Well, Genesee Joe is on his way to becoming an icon, a local icon himself.
Right. And he's so down to earth and cool and approachable. Like usually guys that get to that.
Yeah, but he's got the stench.
Huh?
Yeah. I'm kidding.
Like a skunk?
You don't want to get too close. He stinks a little bit.
Cool thing about Joe is he puts himself out there. A lot of those guys that they've been around for a long time, they kind of lay back. They don't want to talk to the crowd. They don't want to go out to they go to the events right when they're supposed to go on, and they bounce out 10 minutes early. Mm-hmm. And not Joe.
No,
Joe's there even if he's not his event. He's there.
You can see him every day going up and down Genesee Street. That's where he got his name. I mean, I had the food truck over to the City Liquors. He come up. He goes, you can't wait to hear 315. They sound just like a Brent era Dead. They're amazing. So he's up and down Genesee Street. I mean, he loves his music.
And for him to say that, it's going to be hot.
Yes.
Because Joe's a picky son of a bitch when it comes to music. I mean, he's in the music industry. That's what he does. He's been doing it for 25 years. Yeah. So he knows when it's going to be good and when it's going to suck. Yeah. And Joe's not really one to hold back and tell you it's going to suck. Yeah, he'll let you know it's going to suck.
Yeah, no.
And for him to brag about it and how good it is, it's going to be off the charts.
Yeah, I can't wait.
And it looks like they're going to continue to do this. Just plain dead. Yeah. That's what Kent was saying yesterday.
That's great.
He said this is it was kind of like a catapult of the whole thing and getting these guys together, and it got him to playing all over again, and now he's excited to play it. So
this is great.
This is going to be really good, man. This is really good. And, of course, it's brought to you by our good friends at Priceless Inspection, my man Josh Amodio. Yes. Right? And,
awesome.
And also Saranac. We got to thank Saranac for giving us some beer and product and stuff like that, and
freebies and giveaways.
Yeah, and Nye Volkswagen's going to give us some giveaways as well. Yep. Yeah, we were up there today. Big ups to our boy Mike Sacco.
Yes, definitely.
We talked to him today, and he's going to give us some stuff the Chicken's going to pick up tomorrow from him, and he says he's got some cool prizes to give away. So we got some giveaways and stuff like that, and also we got to thank Donato Appraisal Services, our good friend Frank Donato.
Yeah.
And Scooter,
Dr. Scott Scooter Domenico.
If you need a good chiropractor, call up Scooter, man. Yeah. He's been doing it for a while now.
Yeah.
How long has he been doing it?
It's got to be at least 10 years.
Really? Ever gone to him?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yeah.
Cracked you up a little bit?
A little bit. Yeah. Actually, he works at that pain management on Genesee Street. That's why I go for my knee.
Oh, okay.
So he hooked me up a lot.
Oh, good.
He got me a $6,000 bottle of topical stuff for my knee. This bottle, if I had to buy it, or $6,000.
Hey,
wow!
What is it?
It's like an anti-inflammatory you put on your knee, but it's $6,000.
That's insane.
Yeah. That is insane. That's a big farm for you.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. Do you use BioFreeze?
It doesn't do anything.
Doesn't?
No.
I love BioFreeze.
Yeah, don't do shit. shit.
I'll put it everywhere. I mean,
I've tried that, but
but yeah, big ups to Scooter, man. I love seeing my friends move along in their journey and become something. And Scott has definitely made a name for himself. That's for sure.
The sad thing, he won't be there this year. He's going to be out of town. He's going to be in Plattsburgh working.
What the heck?
I know. That's what I told him.
What the heck?
Because he was thinking it was going to be there a normal weekend. And he had that off on the 29th or whatever we had booked for the 28th. But
that's okay though.
Yeah,
you got to work, got to pay those bills.
That's
but I'm sure we're going to see all our other friends.
Oh,
that are going to be out and about. So I know a lot of people are pretty excited about it, and I'm excited about it.
Oh, me too.
I am super excited.
If you guys looking for tickets, JCC's got them. Big Apple has them. $10 in advance, $15 at the door.
Save $5. Get them in advance, people. Get them in advance. Go up to Big Apple. Go see our friends Mark Bolus and the Bolus family. He's got tickets for sale. Or if you want to stay local and stay in the Utica area, you go over to the JCC, which is 2310 Oneida Street, and they got tickets over there as well. And we have tickets here at the D too.
Yep.
So if you want to come here, pop them to
give me
the
a
D.
call. I'll run them to you. I mean, we got a good amount sold too. So this is
cool.
Compared to last year, we're doing good.
Yeah, and Tommy will deliver.
Yeah. I'll get you a pizza too. I don't care.
I'll get you a pizza.
Some beer, whatever. I don't care.
Oh, we're gonna have such a good time.
Yeah, we're making an event though. It's like a step up from last year. It's gonna be an event.
Right.
It's gonna be something like, we got to go to Trip Fest. Who cares who's playing? We're going to Trip Fest.
Right.
Yeah.
Last year was a great time, and we did it on a Thursday, and we killed it. I imagine on a Saturday it's gonna be unreal.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope so.
And it's very easy to get to. I think people aren't familiar with the JCC. How easy it is. I mean, it's right there on Oneida Street, right across from Calvary. Is that the cemetery?
Yeah, it's down
right across from cemetery.
Yeah.
And real easy to get to. A lot of parking too.
Yeah,
and it's kind of in the back a little bit, so we could get loud if we need to, and we will. Open up the doors a little bit and kind of crank it out. Maybe get some
pork sandwiches in.
Yeah.
It was right in the contract. No pork.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No pork or shellfish on the property.
Oops.
Oh my God. You shouldn't have documented that.
So what's on the menu then?
Pork.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. But yeah, we'll be out there full force on Saturday. Trip Fest. This is something that, this is going to happen every year. And, we're always open for suggestions, too. If you got an idea or suggestion or
want to see something,
want to see something or a band come to town, let us know.
Yeah, definitely.
And this year we kind of got a little bit behind. I don't know how, but we did get a little bit behind. And
you were working your ass off. I did my normal job and
Doughboy.
food truck. I've been slammed.
I just think any one of these bands could have headlined.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What other
yeah, for sure.
Any one of these bands you could have been the headliner and been like okay with.
Right.
So I think that's what just shows like what kind of stellar lineup you got going on here.
And it shows what kind of music community we have here,
True.
too.
Yeah.
We've got a tight music community. For them, dude, we talked about this. He said it was at the Dark Star show. It was when we first talked about it. That was July 31st at the Saranac Brewery. So from July 31st to October 13th, we put this together, and it came together pretty nicely, I think
it's it's a great lineup.
Yeah.
It's great music.
Yeah. When you have a party in honor of Vinny, you got to have a Grateful Dead band.
Yeah.
You have to. It's a necessity.
The only thing next year I'd like to see kick it up with a bigger national.
Yeah, bigger national.
Something on
like a J-Rad or something.
Yeah, J-Rad.
Or Dark Star or something to that effect. Or
Yeah, maybe
you might have to have a bigger venue at that point.
Yeah. But yeah, this is something we're definitely going to grow and something that we're going to do year in and year out.
Yeah.
I love it. Plus, it gets you and I working together again, too.
We have a ball.
For some people that don't know, Tommy's a mentor to me. I would not be here, literally, in this seat right now if it's not for Tommy. Literally.
Yeah.
He hooked us up with Frank and the landlord and stuff like that. But even before that, there's no electric company without Tommy and the Main Force Preserve, Rock and Roll Preserve. He taught me everything I know.
I remember when he looked over at Frank and he goes, just let him be in there. Come on.
Let him tear down the walls. Come on.
Tear down the walls, right.
We ousted Frank from his own building.
Yep.
I think he still likes us, though.
He loves it. He loves it.
Actually, this renovation in here was actually Frank's idea.
It came out good, too. It looks great.
It was his idea. He was like, why don't you just knock down the walls and use it in here? I'm like,
well, he gets free free renovation.
Yeah, right. Well, with the walls up, it's a little bit weird. It kind of made it,
Yeah.
I mean,
chopped up.
For what it was used for, it was perfect.
Yeah,
but
because
now it's perfect the way we got it. I think it's a perfect size right where we're at. Some people are blown away by this place, because you hear podcasts, everybody thinks you're doing it at your kitchen table or your garage or something like most podcasts out there. And nothing wrong with that. No. Nothing at all. That's the beauty of
do what you got to do with what you got.
It's the beauty of podcasting. You can bring it wherever you want. But when they come in here and see a real setup and a real studio, and people are blown away by it, and that's what we want. We want that wow factor. It helps us.
Definitely. It's great.
It definitely helps.
Well, it makes you happy to come to work every day, too, when you get to come to a studio that's...
Honestly, the content's been killing it lately, too, guys. The show has been off the hook.
Oh, yeah. It's been good, man. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's been great.
With last week was monumental, and I've got some big things in the works, too. Next week, Leon Entienne's going to be in here next week, and I'm talking to Vic DeBenedetto is going to be coming in really soon, and I've got a lot of great guests booked really soon, so a lot of good music, and... So, yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks for noticing me. Thank you for noticing. I am so excited, though. And people, I want you to do the smart thing. If you want to save a couple bucks, go get tickets in advance. Go up to Big Apple Music. Partial proceeds to benefit Laney's Army. It's a benefit, people. So help us out. Help your friends here at the D. It's another Disruption Network party, another Disruption Network event. You know that when we put an event together, we deliver. And when we get our heads together with Doughboy BBQ, it's even better. So you got no excuse. The weather is going to be a little rainy, but we're going to be inside.
Yeah, we're inside.
We're inside. Come hang out with all your old friends. Dance your ass off. Great music, rock and roll all night, party every day. That's what's going to happen this Saturday.
This is a perfect time of year, though, for an inside show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's,
Well, there's a couple people said, is it indoors? Yeah, definitely. It's indoors, Their comments on Facebook and stuff.
And if you want to go get some air, I mean, they're cool. It's got a nice big yard out there.
There is a Facebook event. Tommy just mentioned that. So if you want to go check out the schedule, it's up there. I just posted it today. Taurus kicks it off at 6:30, and then right around 7:30 would be Thunderwatt, Crazy Fools, around 8:30, then the 315 All-Star Tribute to the Grateful Dead, usually right around 9:30, I think it's going to be happening. So we'll be wrapped up by 11 o'clock. We're getting old. Yeah, 11 o'clock's even past their bedtime now.
That's when people are just ready to go out.
Not anymore. I feel like all that has changed, but maybe because I'm not out in the bar scene.
Yeah, you're home by 11 o'clock.
Well, I'm saying you don't have to set out your whole entire night. I mean, this is like you come out, you have a great night up until 11, and if you still have other plans, you can go out afterwards.
You can still go out.
Be home and catch the news,
Yeah. Or go home and catch the news, or go home and watch Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
One more Saturday night. They better play one.
Yeah, they better end with that. That would be great.
I know the boys in the bands are all excited to play and get together. This is something different, too. Like I mentioned earlier, it's not playing at a bar. You're playing at a real stage. This is a real auditorium.
With real musicians.
With real musicians and a real stage and awesome production. And, big ups to James Shears, too, for doing the production for us. He's got the great lights coming out, movers, and a great sound system, and it's going to be really, really good sound-wise, production-wise. It definitely a step up from what we had last year. Last year was my gear, and
it was good though.
Yeah, it worked.
It worked.
My gear
sounded great.
My gear sucked. No, it didn't. But anyway,
it was all my old gear. Most
a lot of that shit's a relic.
Right.
It's a relic for sure. Some of that
I don't know. All those people dancing last year seemed to really enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
they did. I'm just picky. I heard the speaker cracking. But
you didn't have enough UCs, I think.
No, But Trip Fest, man, I'm so excited. And then next year we'll start stewing up on what we could do for next year and get some ideas going. We gotta have. I want to get a photo booth one of these years. We need a photo booth.
Yeah.
And also, we might be doing our shows live. I don't know if we have time. Maybe I'll definitely doing some Facebook Live hits. And we'll do some Instagram Live. And
also,
stuff.
if any vendors want to come down, it's just like a $25 donation to Laney's Army and just set up a table.
Yeah, true.
We got that whole gym. I mean, anyone who wants to come down and sell anything. I mean,
now, did you say they were going to bring some dogs down?
That's what they told me. Hopefully, they'll have a couple outside in the beginning. Probably by 8 o'clock, they'll probably be gone with the dogs. But
yeah,
hopefully they'll have it. They said they were going to set up a table, and so we can do direct donations to them also.
How can you look a dog in the face and not want to donate?
Right. They're cute little doggies.
Especially that one dog. This one dog looked like an Ewok. I went up to pet it, and the girl goes, "Oh no, you shouldn't pet that dog.
No, don't pet the dog.
Don't pet the dog."
She warned you.
But that dog was beautiful. He looked like a little teeny Ewok.
And you got nervous too when she said the dog. You're right. It was a small little dog.
It was this big. It looked like an Ewok. It was so cute. I wanted to take it home, but she said, "No, don't pet the dog."
Think you get bit?
Yeah, it was mean.
I don't know. It was wagging his tail.
You don't know what that dog's been through.
I think maybe she would have bit me.
If you really want a humbling experience, they'll go down to Laney's Army.
I was gonna say because a lot of these dogs, they've been beaten. Like either they'll bite you or they'll piss. You know what I mean? Because they're so scared, they're
just so skittish to
pee
run away
everywhere.
from you. Yeah, they do a great thing over there.
Definitely.
And a bunch of the Laney Army people are going to come out too, right? Yeah, because I want to talk to more of them about what they do and get them on the show and stuff.
like to-
They really need to get the word out there of what they do.
I think we should do a little live clip from there. I honestly, I've heard of Laney's Army. I never really understood what they did and, what they were all about. And that's why I think it's great with Trip Fest doing this is it brought to light from me what's going on there. I had no idea this was even in existence. And then when you told me about it, I thought it was like in some farm, like out in Sequoia or something. Like, and then realized it's right here locally, and people can actually donate and help out. And
they want, like I said, dog walkers,
Dog
and
walk.
everything, and cleaning out kennels, and I mean they live part of their like the nice days they'll go outside, and then the good days they're inside. So it's a beautiful setup over there for them.
Yeah.
They got 102 dogs. So when we went,
Is that what it was?
Yeah, 102.
Wow, amazing. I didn't think they had that many, but yeah.
Are they strictly off of donations, or do they get any kind of government
They
money?
get no funding whatsoever. $0 from anything.
That's a ballsy thing to
All
start.
on fundraising.
Yeah.
Everything's fundraising
God
for them.
bless them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm glad you found them. Well, I knew about it too, but I'm glad that this was your idea to get them.
Yeah, well, we donate. We collect bottles at work. So and we brought them like a couple $100 worth of bottles already, and they're so appreciative because they need the money and they need the heater for the heater. So we said the Stephen Swan, nothing against them, they're a great cause too. Any animal shelters.
Oh, we love Stephen.
But there's
Swan.
so many benefits.
But they
for
have
Stephen
a hell of a lot more money than these guys.
And they do a lot of benefits for Stephen Swan.
Yeah.
Whereas like Laney's Army, like I said, we're kind of in the business of charity work, for the most part, because we do a lot of these events. I never heard of them. I mean, I heard of them, but I didn't really understand what it was all about. And I think it's really cool. I think that's awesome what they're doing.
Yeah. And again, I love Stephen Swan too. I think what they're doing is great, and we love helping them out. And in fact, we're going to be helping them out some more this year. But Laney's Army needs it. They definitely do. They need it, and I'm sure they work together with each other on these things.
I hope so.
I would think they'd have to. They're.
I mean, that guy went to Wisconsin or something to get twice in 1 week to get dogs. They were going to be put down.
Yeah, he drove all the way to Wisconsin, he got all the way back, and then went all the way back again.
Yeah, George
at Laney's Army. Yeah.
So they're doing amazing. And he makes runs to Connecticut, New York City. He goes all over, getting dogs that are going to be put down.
Unreal.
Wow.
And then they exchange dogs with these missions throughout the country too. So
I wish more schools would get involved, and like maybe do some sort of like field trip to Laney's Army to help out, and also give these kids like an awareness of like don't treat animals meanly. You know what I mean? Don't abuse these animals, because a lot of kids, they just don't know any better, and they throw rocks at a dog or they abuse a dog, and their parents haven't taught them not
what
to
they
do
do
that
to
kind
cats
of shit.
is disgusting too.
And like maybe like bring these kids and show them like what it looks like when these animals have been abused. And
some of them got their paws sawed off. I mean,
man.
it's just horrific things they do to animals. It's just disgusting.
People suck.
Yeah, they do. They really. I mean, I'd rather.
I wish we could find these people and fit the crime, punishment to the crime.
For real.
Definitely.
For real. But what the order of the day is today is for everybody to get to Trip Fest this Saturday, sorry. This Saturday.
We'll be getting home on Sunday, but
Right. This Saturday kicks off at 6 p.m. 6:30. Taurus takes the stage. So a lot of people haven't seen Taurus in years, and if this is your
24
chance to see him,
I don't think I've ever seen Taurus, because by the time they were done, like I wasn't out in the bars.
Amazing.
Great band.
Tony's gifted. Joel's gifted. Kelly, Jesus.
Yeah.
Kate, you're gonna love him.
Yeah, Kelly, if you're watching this, I want to thank you one more time for setting up that Stephen Perkins interview.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun, man. That
That
was
whole
really
night was
cool.
fun. He did a great job getting everything together. That was awesome.
He did. Kelly's doing some good things in the community, and he does the Christmas album every year. And
The drum circle was so cool.
even though they keep dogging me on coming on the show, we keep going back and forth. But anyways, they'll be out there. 6:30, Taurus kicks it all off. So if you haven't seen Taurus in a long time, 6:30, you have no excuse. It's going to be early. You go there, hang out. They're playing for like 45 minutes. Go in, hang out, watch them, watch their set, and then we got great music from the Crazy Fools and Thunder
Maybe we can
Watt.
get him to come back and do a full show.
Yeah, for sure.
I love the fact that 2 years in a row, bands that haven't been around for a long time reunited for this event.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's awesome.
That's true. Who can we get next year?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Oh, do I see a little brass knuckle or maybe?
Conehead Buddha, I'm thinking. I think somebody who played the Rainforest.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Fisher's down in like Tennessee or something like that, though. Who knows?
We'll bring him up.
I know Terry's got a new project out. Terry Lynch has got a new project out. He was hitting me up the other day, so we're going to be seeing him on the podcast really soon so he can promote his new thing.
I just came to me. I think After Party here.
After Party here.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah?
Frank's on his way over. No!
We got the bar set up already.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's christen that bar for the After Party here. And we can crawl home because we don't live that far.
Right. I would love that. I would love that. No, it's going to be good to have a couple pops with you and hang out and see a lot of our old friends. That's what I'm really looking forward to the most, is seeing a lot of our old friends. And like last year, it was like, wow, I can't believe you're here or you're here. You know, it's just like so much of that going on last year.
And a lot of our friends didn't make it because it was a Thursday too.
Right.
I think this week, hopefully this year, we can get them a lot of them out on a Saturday night. They got no excuses.
Yeah. Derek Francis is saying Modus. That would be cool.
Oh.
That would be really cool. But I don't know if we could get them out of the studio. I know they're writing some music right now too. But, yeah, man. Yeah, this Saturday, want to see everybody out there. Like I said, tickets are $10 right now in advance. You can pick them up at Big Apple Music out there in New Hartford, or you can stop at the JCC, 2310 Oneida Street, to pick up tickets there. Or Tommy, call up Tommy, or hit us up here at the D. We have tickets around here at the D as well. So pick up tickets, save $5 because it's $15 at the door. Partial proceeds to benefit Laney's Army.
$5. What the hell?
Couple beers, yeah. There will be beer, wine. We're gonna have a bunch of vendors and stuff like that. Some food from Doughboy BBQ and lots of good stuff happening on Saturday. Trip Fest 2.
It'll be good.
It's gonna be real good.
I like it too because it's not just one thing. It's not just you're just having bands there.
Right.
I mean, you got the everything. You got the beer. You got the food. You got the all the stuff in the storage, which is like a show in itself.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get on that.
Yeah, we get that going.
By the way, yeah, we need to. You know, Tom, we got to have you come back on. We'll do a recap of Trip Fest.
Yes.
Like, everything that happened, kind of.
Even behind the scenes, and no one really.
There is some.
You know that
some behind the scenes.
Speaking of behind the scenes, one thing I thought was really cool about JCC too was that little green room area. That it was almost like a VIP area where all the bands could just chill out, relax, and
in the library.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It's a beautiful setup. I mean, from a full kitchen to load-in is just easy as hell. Everything is just perfect about
Everything's really easy over there. It is easy to
nice, clean bathroom.
This is our third show over there because we did Floodwood.
Yes,
Floodwood was our first one, and then last year Trip Fest. So this is our third year over there.
Third show,
yeah.
And you got nice clean bathrooms, not some skanky bar bathroom, it's a school bathroom.
Yeah.
So that's a big thing for a lot of these women.
Beer cans everywhere, though. When you leave. Great.
One more announcement. If anybody has some land for sale or anything over 4,000 square foot building, let us know.
Yeah, we're looking.
we're looking for sure. Yeah, brother. I'm excited for Saturday, so I want to see everybody
I've
out there.
had this weird smile on my face all week. I can't figure out why. Now I know why.
Now you know why.
I'm just looking forward to this so much.
Yeah, I think we'll have a great time.
Yeah.
We're going to have a really good time. Nice, man. Before we get out of here, though, we got to get out of here really soon. We got to give some love and respect out to the sponsors. Our good friend Mike Sacco, I went in and popped in on him today over at Nye Volkswagen in Rome, and we're planning some really cool things. I'm really looking forward to doing some things with Sacco and Nye Volkswagen. In fact, I'm going to be out there sometime next week and doing a little promo for them. So stop into their showroom at 5865 Taberg Road in Rome and see why all their customers love their Nye V-Dub. If you go in there ahead of time, right, and you want to buy something, you want to buy something, you go in there ahead of time and let them know you heard this ad on Disruption Network and EC Radio and the D. They'll give you $250 off any purchase. Pretty cool.
That's beautiful.
That's pretty cool. It's
like
pretty
a first payment.
Yeah, it's your first payment. They're shaving off.
Looking for a new car, so.
There you go. Have her go out there. She could check out all the inventory at NiVDubofRome.com. So if she wants, she could go on there ahead of time. If she sees something she likes, she don't even have to make the drive all the way up there. She just looks online. And if she sees something like she likes, then she click on it and then go do the deal up there and
tell her to D Center
and $250 off.
Nice.
So big ups to our friend Mike Sacco, the general manager over at Nye Volkswagen in Rome. Make sure you hit them up, and I'm looking forward to it. We got a couple things in store with those guys.
And we've known Sacco forever.
And he told me today, he's like, dude, just take a car. Go ahead. Just take a car. Just let me know. Give me 24 hours ahead of time. Let me know. And so we're going to be doing a lot of that.
You got some really cool ideas coming up for that, too. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, we're looking forward to doing all that stuff. A lot of good stuff with Nye Volkswagen in Rome. And, also, we got to give love and respect out to EJA Moving Company, my good friend Eddie Alsheimer, the professional movers, competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, complete packing and unpacking services. They make it easy and simple for you to move and relocate. You can hit them up, ejamoving.com, and have them do all the work for you. If you're looking to move, move your office or move in your home, and he'll drive pretty much to Guatemala if you needed it. He will. He'll drive wherever. He's the man. Eddie is the man. If you let them do all the work for you, that's what they're there.
And it's getting cold, getting wintertime. You got to move in the wintertime. Why do you want to get a pickup truck and all that bullshit and move in the winter? Let them do it, man. Let the professionals do it.
Unpacking, moving.
I remember when I was moving one time in the wintertime, and we had my truck strapped down with beds and dressers and shit, and I turned a corner and my fucking bed goes flying off the truck. My dresser comes crashing down. I had to throw the dresser out because it was broken.
Somehow this doesn't surprise me, chicken.
Right. You know what I mean? and you got all this shit and you're like, it's such a pain in the ass. And you're like, you know what? Just do it. Have these guys do it.
Have them do it. They've been doing it for many, many years. They know how to move and relocate people. Like I said, he'll drive you pretty much anywhere. Anywhere you got to go. If you want to relocate to Denver, Colorado, Eddie will bring you there. And make it easy. Let them do the work. Seriously, let them do the work. It's worth that money to pay a moving company to not have...
Saves you money on chiropractor bills.
Yeah, and not bust your ass and break your back.
Yep. And when you got beer and pizza and you want people that's your payment, beer and pizza, you're going to get beer and pizza work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So true.
You always get that guy that shows up 2 hours later after everyone's done all the work. Like, oh, yeah, I'm here for the beer and pizza.
Yeah, right. That always does happen. Oh, yeah. Big ups to all our sponsors, EJ Moving Company, Nye Volkswagen of Rome. And also, we can't forget about Saranac and our Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley.
Can't forget Property Sisters. Come on.
No. That's the hottest real estate agency that there is.
Are they coming Saturday? She coming?
Addie will probably be there. I probably guarantee Addie will be there. I'd like for her to bring Patty and the other one, too, Lori. That would be good. The rest of the Property Sisters. We have a whole Property Sister gathering, if you will.
Sell a house or two.
Yeah, exactly. But I want to thank all our sponsors for believing in the D and spread the word. Spread the word of what we got going on here. We got some great content. We got some great fundraisers happening really soon. We're doing a comedy event really soon too. So lots of fun happening.
Real Men Wear Pink. Please donate.
Please donate. Please donate. I already threatened everybody on the day. I'm threatening them again. Get out there and actually do some work, people. Just sharing it on Facebook isn't getting donations. I'm sorry. It's not, guys. I'm throwing everybody under the bus on the D right now. It's sharing it. It's cool and all, but what else have you done? Nothing. Let's get online, get talking about it, do some Facebook Lives. We need to raise some money.
I should make Silberth pay $1 every time he drops an F-bomb on the D line. We made our mark right there.
We'd make our mark right there. Yeah. John Silberth Major, I like to call him.
No, he don't smell.
No, but he swears an awful lot. But anyways, I'm threatening everybody on the D right now. Get out there, start getting some donations. We need to raise up some money. We got a $2,500 goal to reach, and we're nowhere even near that. So talk about it. Get on your Facebook Live. Talk about it on Instagram, and hit up your mom, your dad, your cousins, whoever you got to hit. We need to hit that goal, and I expect to hit that goal at the end of October, people. So make sure you get on it. Threatening the D. Speaking of the Cancer Society, Bob's going to be in it tomorrow. Also, Gary Johnson will be in from Real Men Wear Pink as well. I'm thinking I'm going to have Gary play a couple songs, too. Super talented. Kid's beyond talented. Little meatball full of talent. That's what I used to call him back in the day. But, Bob will be on talking about Real Men Wear Pink, talking about our guest bartending thing that we're going to be doing at Wakely's. And that's happening next Wednesday, a week from today. We'll be over at Wakely's doing guest bartending.
I get Frank out again.
You get Frank out again? Yeah.
Wow.
Wednesdays might be our thing, huh?
We should start going out every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday should be our thing. I like it, actually.
Go out early, get home early.
Yes, and don't forget about Trip Fest on Saturday. Want to see everybody out there. My man, Tommy, and me joining forces.
One more time.
I love it.
And don't forget about
one more Saturday night.
And now you get the drive involved, too.
Yeah. And the drive. You can't forget about the drive. Yep. 92.7 The Drive FM. Those guys kick ass. We love Genesee Joe and stuff. And Tommy, just when I think I'm out, you pull me back in. Tommy Morreale, I love you, brother. Thanks for everything you do for me, man.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate everything. And I hope to see everyone out there soon.
Absolutely. I hope to see everybody out there on Saturday. And tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow for EC Radio. See ya.
You know what the hell you're listening to?
It's EC Radio.
You're listening to EC Radio on the Disruption Network.
They brought their fucking toys with them. I'd rather have them playing with their toys than playing with themselves.
They're too dumb to play with themselves.
Disruption Networks.
Only on the D.
So you just bought your dream home, and now it's time to move. Let's face it, nobody likes to move. All the packing, unpacking, lifting, upstairs, downstairs, and broking everything, including your back. Let the professionals at EJA Moving Company take all the stress and pain out of your move. Competitively priced moving, relocation services, office moves, and complete packing and unpacking services. They work with everybody to make it simple and easy for you to move and relocate. Call EJA Moving Company at 315-335-0516. When it's time to relocate, have EJA Moving do all the work for you. Hit them up online, ejamoving.com.
Hey, Disruption Network. This is Mike Sacco, the general manager at Nye Volkswagen of Rome. If you don't know me by name, it's only because you have not received the best deal. There's only one reason to leave Utica, and that's to come see me in Rome and get the best deal on your next new, pre-owned, or certified VW. Mention that you heard this ad from Disruption Network and receive $250 off your next vehicle purchase. You'll know why our customers say, I love my Nye VW. Come see us at 5865 Rome Taberg Road in Rome, or visit us online at nyvwofrome.com.
Join us Saturday, October 13th, as Disruption Network and Doughboy BBQ presents Trip Fest 2 at the Jewish Community Center, 2310 Oneida Street in Utica. A night to pay homage to Vinny, Captain Trip Morreale. Utica icon, yo! Come pick through all Captain Trip's personal treasures, local artist display, food from Doughboy BBQ, beer, wine, and live music. Bands include, after a 24-year hiatus, the return of Taurus, Kate Devin, The Crazy Fools, Thunderwatt, and a 315 All-Star tribute to the Grateful Dead. Tickets are $10 in advance and $15 at the door. Partial proceeds to benefit Laney's Army. Doors open at 6 o'clock. Taurus kicks it all off at 6:30. It's Trip Fest 2, Saturday, October 13th. Trip Fest 2 is sponsored by Nye Volkswagen of Rome, 92.7 FM The Drive, Priceless Inspection, Donato Appraisal Services, Dr. Scott Domenico, and Saranac Brewery.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when three top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.